I'm Clark Brecky, President and CEO of Goodwill Industries of the Inland Northwest. In my 30 years with Goodwill, Wes Sawyer stands out. When I think of Wes, I think about a quote from our founder, Edgar J. Helms, who said, "The past is prologue, the future's in our hands." And Wes personifies that, and that's exactly what he did here at Goodwill Industries. He came, he was successful, the future is in his hands. He graduated from Goodwill onto a better life, a family, a home, and just remarkable success. On behalf of Goodwill Industries of the Inland Northwest, congratulations to Wes Sawyer, Graduate of the Year for Goodwill Industries International.
My name is Wes Sawyer. I am currently working at Winkler Company. I'm also part of the local 238 labor union. I know my role. My role is to try to anticipate what people need as they're doing the job and try to help things go smooth and be the cog in the machine. It's physically demanding, but the benefits from me working and doing that is huge. Growing up was difficult. My parents, it's kind of dark, but they got in a shootout with each other, and then he ended up going to prison pretty much till today. My mom, she passed away a few months after that. She drank herself to death, and I mean, in high school, I was trying to play football and do those things, straight A student and all that stuff, and then we ended up homeless on the streets. And I moved back down to San Diego and started running with the gangsters. Ended up going to prison for some pretty serious stuff. When I got out of prison, I didn't know how to behave using drugs and alcohol. I was born with a congenital heart defect. 2014 was my last heart surgery. My cardiologist told me, she said, why don't you just go to a hospice and just be comfortable for the rest of your life, because it's not going to be very long if you keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, okay. So that kind of terrified me. That was one of the things that there's all these little things that happened that all connected together to help get me sober and get me in this new life, and that was one of them. I went through the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, and that's what led me to Goodwill.
When I first saw Wes, he's all tatted up. He's got a very kind of square face. And then I saw him smile. It's like seeing the sun come out from a storm cloud.
Not often do I see someone as motivated to succeed as Wes was when he came through.
There's so many different avenues or things for me to do. There's sorting, there's donations, there's material handling, and I got to experience a lot of it. It was surreal. I'd never used a time card. I had never, had a morning meeting.
So here you have this guy who's in his early 30s who really had no work experience to speak of, and he didn't know what he could do, and he wanted a future.
I was able to start making those connections in my brain, that I am a worthy person. I'm worth it,
Eventually became a cashier 3 and a supervisor, which is a key holder in our company. So he had very important responsibilities, and we trusted him.
I didn't think that I was worth that kind of responsibility until that responsibility was given to me, and then you walk different, you carry yourself different. They helped me feel like a human being.
And then from there, it was just a real springboard. He went into the construction arena.
He did that all on his own. Goodwill didn't help him go find that job. He took the initiative and he found it.
I don't believe that I would have been functional enough to do concrete or any of the things that I'm doing now if I wasn't working at Goodwill. I'm a second generation mess up, it's a generational thing in my family, and to break that cycle so quickly, and show my kids a different way is just amazing. My son, he gets to learn how to be a man from me, who didn't know how to be a man from my father, so I'm winging it.
Seems like an odd analogy for Wes, being the big guy that he is, but it's been like watching a flower bud open and just thrive. And it's not going to close back up and shrivel up. He's just going to keep growing.
I wasn't a happy person. There was not a lot for me to smile about or be happy about. And through this process, through getting sober, for 6 years now, for going through Goodwill, from learning how to work, having a family, I've learned how to smile again.